Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're venturing into the frozen landscapes of the Yukon to explore a timeless classic, Jack London's The Call of the Wild. This isn't just a story about a dog, it's a powerful tale of survival, instinct, and the untamed spirit that lies within us all. But before we dive into the life of our canine hero, Buck, let's talk about the man who brought this world to life. Who was Jack London, and what inspired him to write such a raw and captivating novel? John Griffith Cheney, who would later be known to the world as Jack London, was born in San Francisco in 1876. His early life was anything but easy. Growing up in poverty, he had to be resourceful and tough from a young age. He worked a series of grueling jobs, from cannery worker to oyster pirate, and even spent time as a homeless wanderer, or hobo. These experiences gave him a first-hand look at the harsh realities of life and the struggle for survival, themes that would become central to his writing. He saw how both men and animals had to fight for their place in the world, a perspective that shaped his unique literary voice. The real turning point for London, and the direct inspiration for The Call of the Wild, came in 1897. Like thousands of others, he was swept up by the Klondike Gold Rush. He journeyed north to the Yukon Territory in Canada, dreaming of striking it rich. While he didn't find much gold, he found something far more valuable: inspiration. He spent a year in the brutal, unforgiving wilderness, witnessing the incredible hardships faced by the prospectors and, just as importantly, their sled dogs. He saw how these animals, many of whom were stolen from comfortable homes, were forced to adapt to a life of relentless toil in freezing temperatures. London was fascinated by the dogs. He observed their pack dynamics, their incredible strength and endurance, and the way the harsh environment stripped away their domesticated behaviors, reawakening their primal instincts. He saw the law of club and fang in action, where only the strongest and most adaptable could survive. This first-hand experience was the raw material from which he would forge his masterpiece. After nearly a year battling scurvy and the extreme cold, he returned home without gold but with a wealth of stories. In 1903, The Call of the Wild was published, first as a serial in a magazine and then as a book. It was an instant sensation. Readers were captivated by the story of Buck, a large, powerful St. Bernard Scotch Collie mix who was stolen from his comfortable life on a California estate and thrown into the brutal world of the Klondike Gold Rush. The story is told primarily from Buck's perspective, a groundbreaking choice for the time. We experience the world through his eyes and feel his confusion, his pain, and his gradual transformation. Let's follow Buck's journey. When he first arrives in the north, he is naive. He learns his first harsh lesson from a man in a red sweater who teaches him the law of the club, that a man with a weapon is a master to be obeyed. This is a shocking introduction to a world where force, not love, rules. Buck is sold to a pair of French-Canadian dispatch carriers, Francois and Perrault. Under their guidance, he learns the art of being a sled dog. He learns how to pull a sled, how to dig a warm bed in the snow, and how to fight for his food. This is where we see Buck's decivilization begin. He's no longer a pampered pet. He's part of a working team, a pack. He has rivals like the vicious lead dog Spitz. The conflict between Buck and Spitz is a central part of the story, representing the struggle for dominance. Buck's instincts, long dormant, begin to awaken. He learns to steal food without getting caught, a skill necessary for survival. His senses become sharper, his muscles harder. He starts having ancient dreams, memories of his wild ancestors hunting in the primeval forest. London brilliantly describes this as the call of the wild, whispering to Buck's very soul. The inevitable confrontation with Spitz is a brutal, epic battle. When Buck finally defeats him, he doesn't just win a fight, he asserts his right to lead. He proves that he is the strongest, the most cunning, and the most fit to survive. By taking his place as the lead dog, Buck embraces his primal nature. He has answered the first part of the call. He becomes a legendary sled dog, known for his intelligence and endurance, leading his team on grueling journeys through the icy wilderness. But Buck's journey is far from over. After his time with the mail carriers, he passes through the hands of several other owners. Some are incompetent and cruel, like the trio of American gold seekers, Hal, Charles, and Mercedes. They overload the sled and mistreat the dogs, completely ignorant of the laws of the North. Their journey is a disaster waiting to happen, a stark contrast to the skilled handling of Francois and Perrault. This part of the story shows the tragic consequences when humans fail to respect the power of nature. It is during this dark period that Buck meets the man who will change his life forever, John Thornton. Thornton is an experienced gold prospector, but more than that, he is a kind and understanding man. He recognizes the noble spirit in Buck and saves him from certain death at the hands of the foolish Hal. For the first time since being stolen, Buck experiences genuine love and devotion. The bond between Buck and Thornton is the heart of the novel. It's a relationship built on mutual respect and affection, not dominance and fear. With Thornton, Buck experiences what London calls the love of a man. He is fiercely loyal, saving Thornton's life on multiple occasions. This relationship represents the final tie holding Buck to the world of men. He loves Thornton completely. Yet even in the midst of this deep affection, the call of the wild grows stronger. When he and Thornton are deep in the wilderness, Buck feels an irresistible pull to run with the wolves he hears howling in the distance. He spends days at a time in the forest hunting and living as a wild creature, but his love for Thornton always brings him back to the campfire. This creates a powerful conflict within Buck. He is torn between two worlds: the world of man, represented by his love for Thornton, and the world of the wild, which calls to his deepest instincts. This is the ultimate struggle of the novel. Can he be both a loyal companion and a wild animal? The tragic climax of the story provides the answer. While Buck is away on one of his forays into the forest, Thornton and his partners are attacked and killed by a group of Yeehat Indians. When Buck returns to find the camp destroyed and his beloved master dead, something inside him breaks. The last tie to civilization is severed. Overcome with a primal rage, he attacks the Yeehats, acting not as a dog but as a fiend of the forest. This is his final, complete transformation. With Thornton gone, there is nothing left to hold him to the world of humanity. He has fully answered the call. In the end, Buck joins a wolf pack, but he is not just another wolf. The wolves recognize his superior strength and intelligence. He becomes a legend in the wilderness, a ghost dog that the Yeehats tell stories about. He is the leader of the wolf pack, a king of the wild. Yet he never completely forgets John Thornton. Once a year, he returns to the valley where Thornton died to mourn his lost friend, howling a song that is both a lament and a tribute. This beautiful, poignant ending shows that while Buck has embraced his wild nature, the love he felt remains a part of him. The Call of the Wild is more than just an adventure story. It's a profound exploration of nature versus nurture. London uses Buck's journey to explore ideas from thinkers like Charles Darwin and Friedrich Nietzsche, particularly the concept of survival of the fittest and the idea of a superman, or in this case, a superdog. Buck's regression to a primal state isn't seen as a bad thing. It's portrayed as a triumphant return to his true essential self. The novel challenges our ideas about what it means to be civilized. Is a life of comfort and ease necessarily better than a life of freedom and struggle in the wild? London seems to suggest that there is a powerful, vital force within all living things that civilization can suppress but never truly extinguish. Buck's story is a powerful reminder of the wild spirit that lies dormant within us all, a call to listen to our own instincts and to connect with the natural world. It's a story that has resonated with readers for over a century, and it's easy to see why. The prose is vivid and powerful, the action is gripping, and the emotional journey of its canine protagonist is unforgettable. Jack London, drawing from his own incredible life experiences, created a work that is both a thrilling adventure and a deep philosophical meditation. So what do you think? Have you read The Call of the Wild? What part of Buck's journey resonates most with you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your insights and discussing these amazing books with you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip to the Yukon today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a literary classic, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Until next time, keep reading and stay curious.